Hey, Josh with Signaliz. So let's walk through how to connect Signaliz to ChatGPT. So first of all, let's start from the beginning here. We're going to log in. All right, we're going to switch to our workspace here, and we're going to go to settings. And as you can see, we got the connect options here and connect AI clients. And then let's choose ChatGPT. So this is going to walk you through how to connect it. You may see, like in the recent version of ChatGPT, that you're going to see like a different way a little bit. Let's see here. Let's go to settings, and I'll show you. So if you go to settings, you're going to see plugins. So this is relatively new. I haven't updated our screenshots yet, but I'll show you live. But back here, it'll be plugins, and then the concept's the same. The one thing that you do have to go to developer mode, so I'll show you how to do that. But you got to go into advanced settings, developer mode, and then you're going to copy the name and then the connection, right? Which is the same as Claude, but the setup's a little different. So let me walk you through it. Let's get in here. Let's go to settings. We go to plugins, and we've already got Signaliz connected here. And this is what it looks like when it's connected. But let me just show you what you would do. First of all, you want to go into developer mode. You need to make sure that it is enabled. This is a chat GPT thing. They make it a little bit more like, hey, you're not one of our integrated vendors. And so therefore, but this is true with thousands of MCPs that are just fine. It's just how OpenAI does it. So it's worth the effort, trust me. So you go into developer mode, and then let's go back to plugins, and then you can hit browse plugins here, and then see this little plus sign. You hit that plus sign. I would say download the Signaliz icon. Just make it look pretty. I'm going to show you how to do that real quick. You could just take it right here, and right click on it and hit save image as, and that'll save it to our desktop. And we'll just do that real quick. And then in our ChatGPT settings, we'll just add it. There it is. Oh, it's too big. Well, okay. So there's lots of ways to get the logo, but whatever you want to do, that's fine. I'm not going to stop the video for that. And so we'll just hit Signaliz. Works either way. Our unlimited, let's call it, you can call it whatever you want, but unlimited signals tool. And then we're gonna cut and paste the connection. So if you remember, just like we did with Claude, it's your API key, and it looks like this. So let me just do that. I'm not very good at this copy and paste thing. Let's hit Control C, and let's put it right here. Okay, and now we need the API key. So we're gonna go in. Let's get a API key. Let's hit create a new API key. We'll call this Chat GPT, create a production, and then we're going to copy that key, come back here, and we need to put it after where it says API key equals. So let's put it right here. And I'm just going to call it Signaliz 2 since I already have one of the Signalizes in there. And I need to acknowledge that I understand I want to continue. So that will create it. And we'll give it a minute. There it is. Do you want to add it, sign in? Looks pretty official now, right? And then it's going to authorize your access, and you're good to go. So as long as you're signed into Signaliz, this should work just fine. Takes a minute cycling through everything, but now you're directly connected within ChatGPT. And over here, I'll show you, boom, it's done, right? So it's connected, Signaliz 2, here's the API key, OAuth, all's good, right? Trust me, it took a lot of effort to get this to work. So OpenAI is a little tricky, but it's worth the effort, right? Because I'm going to show you. Like, let's just go in and do a chat now. And remember, the @ sign is how you can bring up your connection. So I have a couple. Here's the one we just did. And then I say, let's find signals or HubSpot. Same thing we did when we were using Claude. And I'm going to show you what's going to happen. It's going to go in and it's going to pull those signals, right? And I'm going to show you how it's using Signaliz. So you see this right here? If I click on that, I can see it's calling Signaliz. Now, all this is customizable. So if you want more very specific signals, you can do that. It's asking for 10 signals, and it's asking very specifically around that process. It took 21 seconds, and here we go, right? These are signals from today's what, the 14th of July. So this is 8 days ago, right? It's pulling signals from. Um, that was the 9th. So this is even more recent, right? And you can ask it, like, you can get more detailed and you can say, like, what are the sources for these signals? And look, I mean, this is all coming from our API, right? And do you see how we're sourcing here? Globe and Mail, The Street, HubSpot's web page, et cetera, right? And so, you know, if you want even better, let's say, what about Salesforce? What is the difference in their approaches based off the last 90 days of signals? Okay. So let's see. Now, if you think about what we're doing, we're going after signals from Salesforce and we're making comparisons, right? So Salesforce signals, look at this. Acquisition of content, meter, fin, la 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 la. Salesforce isn't building a CRM anymore. Salesforce is focused on agents. So if I were Signaliz, this is actually fascinating. I would focus on this, what this means for us. Okay, so cool. So let's do this. I am now contentmarketingmedia.org. Find me 5 companies and signals that I should reach out to. Okay, so I don't want it to know I'm Signaliz anymore. I want it to know that I'm contentmarketingmedia.org. And here you go, right? Look how quickly it's pulling that data. So, okay, so let's say find real signals using at Signaliz. Okay, let's see what it says, right? So do you see what I'm saying? Like I'm driving it to use Signaliz. And so let's watch a little bit of the behind the scenes. It's giving it real companies, actual domains, right? And then it's saying, externally research, find things that are related to Signaliz, right? So it's giving our feedback, our visibility, and it's asking us to give us detail. So this is where I think we often lead from a signals perspective because we're prompt based, we're context based, right? And so you can see right here that ChatGPT is thinking, it's taking the context. It found strong evidence for Apollo, Webflow, and Jasper, but it didn't. And even with Signaliz, like we rejected some noisy results from Gong Play. And so it's updating the list, right? It's saying like, hey, 2 of these companies, like obviously content marketing media doesn't need to target Clay, right? And so it's saying like, hey, let's adjust on the fly. It's using the combination of the knowledge of Signaliz with ChatGPT and just making it better, right? And look, I'm doing this on the fly, right? And so you could do this for your business, but do you see like just how recent these signals are? Do you see specifically why it's relating these signals to us? Is talking about all of these different companies, how content marketing media, even giving outreach angles. These are the things that we've built in behind the scenes that make this so powerful. So hopefully you now see how to connect ChatGPT, how to use it in real time. Next, we'll move on to Codex and Claude Code just to show you how to do this at scale. But this gives you a good representation of what Signaliz can do and how it works.